So, Terminator Zero, the anime. Some people really liked it. I really liked it. Some people really hated it. But it's been cancelled. It's been cancelled by Netflix. And I thought I'd do a video on it. I wanted to talk about it because it's interesting, isn't it? The Terminator franchise lives on in effectively like a perpetual state of reboots, rehashes. And James Cameron is intent on continuing it now. You know, he's made many comments lately about this actually was rumored to be his next project after Avatar. And so hearing that Terminator Zero has been cancelled by Netflix is really sad. Because I think actually, even though I'm a firm believer, and I stand by this, I'm a firm believer in effectively Terminator should have been a trilogy. Should have been a closed loop trilogy. So you have Terminator 1, Terminator 2, and then you have the Future War, and then you show John Connor winning, and you know Skynet losing, but sending off the Terminator that started it all, right? Like, and have this closed loop, this moment in time that will always happen. The events will always occur, and then just move on, and you know you see the future basically. Although I'm a firm believer in that, and I've always said that, I've said that many times on this channel. I think actually what Terminator Zero did was smart. Like it was out there. It was new. It was different. It was a new medium that actually I think Terminator needed to move into. And we've had so many live action Terminators. And also now so many games. A lot of it is just the same. A lot of it is just the same. And it's content. It has become Terminator content, not Terminator... I don't know how to phrase it. They're not entries to the franchise that you would be proud of. They are just entries for entry's sake, which I think is, a quintessential content description, right? That's the definition of just content. We're just making it because we have the property, not making it because we've got a really good story. We're not making it because we've got a really good idea, something unique. Something that an auteur would want to come in and put his name behind, you know. It's just content. Whereas Terminator Zero was unique. It was interesting. It was a step outside of the status quo for the Terminator franchise. And they've just nuked it. Which I think is really actually the most stupidest thing that they could have done. It's really dumb. It's really, really, really dumb. Because this was the best thing in the Terminator franchise that has been released for a very long time. Some people don't agree. I get that. But here's what was said, right? And this is... The article just says, Terminator Zero won't be back for a second season, despite earning high praise from critics and fans for its first season. The anime series has been cancelled by Netflix, according to creator and writer Mattson Tomlin. And I think, I don't know if we can search for this up and just have a look. See whether Rotten Tomatoes. Let's have a look, because I think actually it was so well praised by everyone. Yeah, I mean 87%, 79%. It's not bad. That's not bad, guys. Anyway, so he just said it was cancelled. He said on Twitter X, the critical and audience reception to it was tremendous, but at the end of the day, not nearly enough people watched it. I would have loved to deliver on the future war I had planned in seasons 2 and 3, but I'm also very happy with how it feels contained as is. Brilliant. Brilliant. You had production IG on it. And you're like, yeah, sod that. We're cancelling it. God. What the hell? Produced by Production IG, No Breaks, Skydance Television, and Netflix Animation Studios, Terminator Zero existed as a standalone story. Again, that was the other thing that it needed. This franchise needed, and they delivered on. It needed standalone stories or something just completely out of the norm. And they did it. What a shame. What a shame. Completely new cast, everywhere, everything. What? How dumb is that, man? So Tomlin followed up with another post suggesting he may one day share the plans he had for what could have been a full 5 seasons of Terminator Zero. Maybe someday I'll do a big thread about the plans I had for the full 5-season run. The series finale was special, and it was part of my pitch to get the job. Wow. That's mad. So they cancelled something even though they didn't see it to its fruition, and the thing that actually got him the job was the finale, and they didn't see it. I've written all of the Season 2 scripts and outlined pretty much all of Season 3. That's crazy. That is crazy. Netflix was really great about supporting the show and giving me tremendous creative freedom to do what I wanted to do. Good partners. The show was expensive and very time consuming. The only way they could justify it was if the audience showed up for it, and they just didn't. I felt the story I wanted to tell was much longer, and the finale of Season 1 actually left things in a good place, but they didn't have to offer that. Good partners here. Yeah, okay. Well, what a shame. Because apparently Netflix offered him 2 or more episodes to wrap up the story. And he was like, no thanks. Because, well, presumably because he just couldn't do what he wanted to do. So there's not really any point. That's, I mean, good of them to offer 2 or 3 more episodes. And he's like, no, finale episode kind of does it. So no thanks. What a shame, though, hey? What a shame. I mean, Terminator's been absolutely in the fucking gutter for God knows how long. And they had such a good cast as well, man. Such a good cast. And it's just, and look at this. Anyone remember this? It was so good. I really liked it. What a big old pile of poo. What a big old pile of poo. What a shame. What a shame. And you got to think, right, Terminator on a whole. I mean, now James Cameron's going back to it, right? He's going to be going back to it. But we had Terminator bloody Dark Fate in 2019. What a pile of absolute garbage. I mean, it's mad that has got 82% and 70%. That's fucking crazy. Goes to show just how terrible Terminator fans really are. I think, does Rise of the Machine have less than Terminator Dark Fate? I think it does. Yep. Oh my god. Terminator fans, you're fucking... Oh no, Rise of the Machines. I thought it was my bad. What's the other one? Terminator, not Genesis. What's the other one? Terminator Salvation. Terminator Salvation has less than Terminator Dark Fate. Terminator fans are cooked, man. Fuck me. How does this have less than Terminator Dark Fate? Fucking Terminator fans are retarded.